I bought a few things. If you're unfamiliar, there's something in Australia called the garage sale trail. A lot of people host garage sales on 2 weekends and you can register it online and you can look at an interactive map and people know where to go. And my grandma lives in southwest Sydney and my mum lives the first country town outside of Sydney, and we were planning to go visit my mum, so we set up a route with about 10, I think it was 10 stops between grandma's house and mum's. And I got a bit of a haul. I'm Georgia. I make content mostly about DIY, op shopping, thrifting, vlogging. So subscribe if you're interested in that sort of stuff. So the first place we stopped was a block of townhouses. The person who owned it had just gone into a retirement home and her kids were helping organize a garage sale. I think they must have been like a plane enthusiast because there was lots of Qantas memorabilia and like little planes and it was really cute. I ended up getting these. These are the vintage, as you can see, vintage Weet-Bix tins. I don't know if this was common in everyone's house, but we always had one of these when I was a kid and mum would buy the like cardboard Weet-Bix and put it in this. But lately I've been looking for smaller kind of tubs and storage containers so that I can organize, like I've got lots of open shelving around the house. So it was $2, why not? Because it's garage sales and a lot of them weren't super busy, I'd kind of end up buying, I think I bought something, all of them bar one, maybe all of them. And if I didn't buy something, grandma bought something because I just felt kind of bad if you left empty-handed. Now, the next spot on the trail was actually a op shop that had registered on the website and I didn't realize, but it was a really good op shop. So I'm glad that we found it and I'm going to be going again. Got 4 items here. Firstly, I got this handbag. I think it might be leather. Yeah, so it's genuine leather. I really thought it was an interesting shape. It's a nice length over the shoulder. And it was a couple of bucks. I think it was $4. So that was that. So I've been looking for a white skirt. It was on my op shop list. I've been looking for a white skirt. It was on my op shop wish list at the start of the year. I do want a like tiered maxi skirt, but I think they're still in fashion, so I haven't been able to get one at an op shop. But I really liked this kind of stitch detail. It's almost like, it's not quite frayed on the sides, but it's just like this cool detail. And it's one size bigger than I would normally be. So it kind of sits on my hips rather than high-waisted where I'd normally wear a skirt. We're going into summer here. It's really hot today if I'm sweating. But yeah, I just thought it'd be really nice for summer as a kind of like low-rise look, which I don't normally wear. Next was a dress. I actually found 2 black formal dresses, which is 2 more black formal dresses than I actually need. But maybe I can kind of dress this one down with a pair of sandals. It has this really cool, like, kind of, can you see that? This kind of like stripe detailing in the black, but it kind of changes direction throughout the dress. And I just thought that was so unique. Matthew Eager, I'm not sure if it's synthetic, like it doesn't feel expensive, but you never know. I think it was like a 90s number. Maybe it was a nice brand in the 90s. That was $10. The skirt was $4, I think. And then this one, I'd only spotted it on the way out. I'd had a good look at the artworks already, but nothing really took my fancy. And then when I was leaving, I spotted this one. It's the hieroglyphs translation. I don't like the frame. It's like a rose gold kind of thing, but I do want to do a few upcycling projects for frames. I've got either good frames with boring art or good art with boring frames. So I might do a video about upcycling frames or like making thrifted artwork. Let me know if you'd like that. But yeah, I just thought that was really cool. As you can see behind me, we've got a gallery wall that goes all the way down the stairs. So there's plenty of space for new cool things that I can stick on the wall. So that came home with me. Next on the list was a house just around the corner. There were 2 garage sales set up by next door neighbors and I got a few goodies there. So these people ran a activewear business. And so she had some samples. All the samples were in smalls, which is not my bodacious booty, but she said the tops were like a small medium, which I think might fit me. So I just grabbed one. It's brand new. It's just like the samples they order. It was $10. I haven't actually tried it on yet. I should try it on, but I'm in my fitness era. So I thought that could be useful. I've been looking for more activewear. Then she was selling some clothes as well. This top, the brand is Loft. This was $2. I just like the colors. I don't have anything like it. I think it'll be really easy to wear with some jeans, you know? So $2, why not? And then I bought another leather jacket. It was $20. I have a long leather coat, or like longish, and a leather blazer that's more like this size. But I don't wear the leather blazer because it's lapelled. And I think this is a really nice mix between a like biker style jacket without it being too many like chains and stuff. So I think I'm actually gonna get a fair bit of wear out of this. It needs a good clean though. How cool is that? Fits me perfectly. $20. After that spot, we got back on the M5, which is like a big motorway, and headed to Preston's, I think. Okay, so my camera just overheated, so I put it in the fridge and ate some bread because my boyfriend just made homemade sourdough. Humble brag. Where were we? Preston's. There was the garage of this lady who had two really cute dogs. One was like a one-eyed oodle, and she had lots of like little artworks and just random bits and bobs. And I wasn't sure there was anything there for me. And then I spotted she's mine. Isn't that so sweet? An original oil painting by Jean Collingridge. And it's got this tiny little easel, and it was $1. And I don't know yet where I'm gonna put it, but I could put it anywhere and it would be adorable. And now I kind of wanna learn how to make tiny oil paintings. That might be my favorite purchase of the whole trip. Then I also, for $1, she was selling this little tiny frame. I guess I was just onto tiny artwork by then. I don't know what I wanna put in there. Maybe like a photo of my dog or something. I just thought it'd be cool to like, again, like maybe on the gallery wall, have this tiny little artwork. It had this nice kind of texture. We got back in the car and went around the corner past the most incredible housing, like landscape sculpture in the front of two life-size tigers, normal suburban street. What more could you ask for? Not much for me. Grandma got like a baking pan, but I got this scarf. It's just a Kmart scarf, but I like, it's like really soft, and like I feel like that's quite a versatile pattern. Still has its tags on, got that for $5. Next place we went was this woman that it seemed like she was having a bit of a mare of a day. I think she was an artist. She was doing these like kaleidoscopic artwork type things while we were there waiting. I was like, oh, have you had many people pass? And she was like, no one. And the wind blew something. I asked for a mirror to try something on, and then when she got it, a fan fell on a thing and broke a frame and blah, blah, blah. So that sucked for her. And there was nothing that I wanted. So I was like, oh, this sucks. I feel kind of bad. But when I was walking out, I saw this. It screws in and is like a desk shelf. You can see behind me this like unit I made from an Ivar unit. I reckon I could stick that on there. If I screw that in, can you see that kind of? Yeah, so I'm gonna screw that in. Now I'm like, actually, is that too high? Anyway, it was $2, so if I don't like it, I will give it to someone else, but I'm sure I can find a use for it. Now, before I left the house, my partner did say no more lamps. He says this every time, but this one was $5. And I'm thinking, downstairs we have this open shelving, and I'm thinking like, it could kind of go on there almost as a spotlight, you know? I don't know, it kind of reminds me of the, you know, the Pixar little animation before a film? It's like the little kid version, and he's like, hop, hop, hop. Anyway, we went to some other places that turned out we couldn't find the garage sales. Before stopping into this really beautiful house that we went round the back, and so it was all in her garden that had this like cool undercover patio space and just all this stuff. She had on her clothesline, all these clothes hanging up. And I found, firstly, this. Do I need another little tray? Absolutely not. But it was $1. And maybe I can put my like earrings on it before I go to sleep. And there was just something about, it's got like a, you know, like zigzag pattern to the glass on the bottom, which makes it look like it's striped. I just thought, it just really struck me, and I was like, I want to take it home. Speaking of jewelry to take off before I go to bed, this was $2. It's like a snake chain, a good basic. Look at that already, it like adds a little bit of glam. Okay, we're coming up to the last stop. This stop was Three Sisters that they do put on garage sales every now and then, but just combine all the crap that they're trying to get rid of. It wasn't their first rodeo. Everything was like priced and organized really nicely, and they had plants. One of them obviously collected cow type trinkets, like dishes and stuff. So there's some good stuff, including these wine glasses. Got 2 sets of white, so 4 white wine glasses and a set of red. There was like around this time last year, there was a promotion at Coles, a big supermarket here, where if you spent a certain amount of money, you'd collect points and you could get these. My brother-in-law had collected a bunch of those points, and so for Christmas, we just moved into our place. He gave us a bunch of these, and I broke quite a few of them. So when I see them, I grab them. These were $10 a box. So 6 glasses for $30. Got a basket for $5. I wanted one to put blankets in the living room. I'm not sure if this is going to be big enough, but it might be. She had some other cool ones. They were just a bit too small for me to practically use. So, basket. And the last thing is this wrap top, striped wrap top. I thought it was marked as $2. Then she was like, no, it's $5, but gave it to me for $2 anyway. So, I don't know, it just kind of struck me. Maybe it's a little bit too sexy for work, but it feels like it could be a work top. I think it's all right. Or like with a little pair of 3/4 for a picnic. Cute. So that's everything. Spent $103, which in American I think is like 65, 70 bucks. And all in all, I had a really fun day with my grandma. Feeling pretty happy with my haul. What was your fave? It's gotta be this, right? This tiny artwork and this tiny easel. But yeah, let me know what you think of this video. I've got a bunch of DIY projects that I will post when I finish them soon, including a giant dining room makeover video. It's giant because I keep on changing my mind about things and spontaneously painting things. So stay tuned for that.